welcome back everybody. I'm out here on another nice sunny warm day. It is about 22 Celsius out here. Pause the watch for a sec. About 22 C, and I'm out here on the trail. It's still not even quite lunchtime, but just gonna do a little bit of a workout today. Not a whole lot, just enough to say that I'm doing something, which is gonna do about 3K or 2 miles warm up, and then I'm gonna alternate kilometers. So alternate 1,000 meters of tempo to steady kind of pace, like nothing too difficult, but I do have the Saucony Kinvara 11s on, so a little bit of a lighter shoe, built for speed just a little bit more. So yeah, still feeling just the tiniest little bit of fatigue in my quads from my long run on Sunday, but it being Tuesday now, should be able to just put a little something in there, spice it up a little bit. I've been doing really good with just getting in some good aerobic miles and building that base. Kind of feel like just putting a little bit of effort in this one today. It's warm, so I don't know if I'm going to do 3 on or 4 on. I got to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to just do it anyway, and I'm really not going to push this too hard. I'm just going to be aiming for somewhere around the half marathon pace to even marathon pace. So for me, probably the target half marathon pace is going to be somewhere around a 440 kilometer, which is, I don't know what that is in miles, but yeah, somewhere around there, to maybe even like a 5-minute kilometer, which is what I'm guessing my current marathon pace would be if I were going to focus on that. Maybe even as 5:10, so I don't know, 8-minute mile to 8:15 miles, somewhere in that range. But I'm not training for a marathon. I haven't done a marathon in 3 years, so I'm not really worried about that. I just know that's kind of the range that I want to hit these reps in, a little bit faster than easy, but not all out, not super hard. So I'm going to get back at it. I've got maybe another 900 meters of warm up, and then start the first rep and just see what happens on this one today, guys. So I'll catch up in a bit. Okay, here's the first rep done. I'm just taking equal recovery, so 1K on, 1K off, just running easy. I find always, when I'm doing stuff like this, my recoveries tend to start out a little bit too fast because I'm still kind of winding down, right? You get in the rhythm. It's hard to be running 440 pace, which I just was for that kilometer, and then to drop a full minute off of that back into a really nice easy pace, it's hard to do. But it went pretty well. I mean, it's warm. Not sure how it's gonna go. That one was a little bit uphill. I mean, not much, as much as this trail does, but still, a few meters up over the K. And now this recovery kilometer is actually occurring on the next section of trail, which isn't within town limits, so it's not as well kept up. So it's a little more rough and undulating. But this recovery K is taking me kind of down a little bit. So my next one is going to be a little uphill on a little rougher bit of trail. So it's hard to say how that one's going to go. Probably a little bit slower. Although, if I'm just kind of cruising along. Maybe I'll be fine if I can just get into that rhythm. But yeah, I found the pace pretty easy today. My legs are feeling good. It's really just a matter of, you know, keeping the aerobic system on par with my legs. And that has essentially been the story of my running journey thus far in the 5 years since I started running, is making sure my cardio is good enough to support what I can physically do with my leg muscles and all the rest. So even as I train towards faster paces, it's really not that I need more strength and speed in my legs. Yes, of course those things help, but I really just need to continue to up that aerobic game. And that's why my weekly mileage is going to peak at a much higher level than I've run before during this half marathon training block. But anyway, don't want to let things settle too much. Just wanted to stop again. I'm just using a selfie stick and it's kind of awkward, and I didn't want to run over my recovery case. So gonna get back at it soon to start rep 2, and yeah, just carry on. Maybe it's gonna be 3 reps, maybe it's gonna be 4. Okay, rep 2 down. That one was more like 445, maybe even closer to 450, which is fine. Still within the range I was looking for on this, but yeah, it was just a little bit less smooth of a trail, and also had a couple of dogs and a road crossing. So a few things that definitely stacked up to a few seconds slower. So that's fine. Just on my recovery here, and about to start rep 3 in probably 500 meters. So I'm gonna stop talking, make sure I collect my breath and my posture before that starts. So far, so good. All right, rep 3 is done. As we can see, there is something going on down there on the trail. Looks like they're doing some sort of maintenance, maybe clearing some brush or some dead trees or something. I'm in the middle of a recovery K, and I'm gonna have to go around them, and my next rep's gonna start probably just on the other side of them. And that's gonna finish up my run basically. But so I figured now was a good time to recap. I was gonna wait a little bit and start off my next rep on the camera here, but that kind of changed everything. But yeah, so that one went well. It was a little bit downhill, so it came in around 4:35, I think. You know, a little bit faster than half marathon pace, but the effort was there. So exactly what I expect to do in a half marathon at this goal pace of 4:40, I would expect the downhills to be just slightly faster. So that's exactly what happened there. And when I say downhill, I mean, I'm talking about this old rail to trail. So we're talking like, you know, at most a 1.5% grade over the course of a kilometer. You know, and very, very small undulations, but enough that it's noticeable when you're clipping along at a decent pace. But anyway, it's going well. So 3 reps down, feeling pretty good. It is warm, but it's not very humid out here today, or at least I'm not feeling it. So I'm just going to continue, get past these guys, do my last lap, and I'll catch up with you guys after that. All right, there we have it. 10K in the books in somewhere around 52 minutes. 4 of those Ks at around about the half marathon effort. That last one might have been a little bit faster, but it was off the trail. Like, I finished it off the trail and on the paved sidewalk. It's, well, kind of a paved trail really along there. So it was a little bit faster. Last one, fast one, you know what I mean? It's kind of like sun's out, guns out. But yeah, it went pretty good. I would say that the pace came pretty easy today. You know, as far as maintaining it, I was a little bit concerned that because I've really only had, you know, 3 good solid weeks of aerobic base building again, back running, that maybe I'd be struggling near the end of those kilometer repeats, but it really wasn't that bad. I mean, I did catch myself looking down a little bit, just, you know, to kind of see where I was, but not like in a, oh God, I need this to be over soon kind of way. So, I mean, that's a good sign. Just a little bit of speed in there today, just to sort of you know, wake up the legs. So feeling pretty good, other than my eyes just stinging of sweat right now. So I really need to get inside, have a shower, get fueled up. I think I've got a nice tofu steak Caesar salad waiting for me. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna hit the spot, get some good proteins, some good clean protein, plant-based protein in the body to start rebuilding some of these muscles. But all right, well, that's it. It's warm out here too, but I didn't mind it all that much today. Like I said earlier, it's not all that humid. So, and maybe I'm starting to acclimate a little bit where this 3 days in a row in some heat, or 3 runs in a row actually. All right, so I'll end it there. Thanks very much for watching. 4K of half marathon effort, if not pace, in the books, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.